Hey, thanks for tuning in. Today I sat down with Nora, who grew up in Germany and she moved to San Angelo to come to college. And she just received her citizenship after being here for 10 years. She had bought Orangetheory Fitness right when they were about to close. She did not want to see this gym close because it was part of her everyday life and part of her community. And now she has been running it since 2019. And she talks about that whole process and what it was like to take it over and what she does now. So make sure you listen to the whole episode to hear that entire life story. Oh, and she also speaks German, so enjoy. Giving a special shout out to our sponsor, Maximus Nutrition. If you are looking to boost your workout, whether that be, toning up or adding in that bulk, they can help you out with all the shakes, all the creatine, and all the protein, and so much more. You can find them over on Sunset Drive and Knickerbocker. Be sure to hit them up. Hello. Welcome back to Everything and the Gym. I'm your host, Shelbi, and today I have a lovely guest with me. But before I tell you who that is, we have to thank our sponsors, Crusaders Forge, Training from the Ground Up, and Maximus Nutrition. Make sure you go get that smoothie. Now, who are you?
My name is Nora.
And how old are you?
I'm 38.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Do you feel old yet?
I don't feel old, but you can tell that the body's getting a little older. You know? I mean, I don't feel old, but with every year, when I was 23, my knees didn't hurt like they do now. So it's just, little aches and pains that.
do they ever go away?
I mean, mine have gone away, but they'll probably come back. Really just, you just can't do the things that you used to be able to do 10 years ago.
My knees have been hurting for a little while, and I'm like, this has changed.
It does. Well, with me, it's just changed with rest.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's hard.
It is hard. Absolutely. Okay, so what do you do?
I own Orangetheory Fitness here in San Angelo, and so I'm a coach there. I'm the head coach there as well, have been for many years now.
Yeah.
And when it came up for sale, I thought, well, might as well buy it as well.
Was it a business that was open here like prior until before you bought?
Yes. Yeah. We've been open since 2019.
What was that like to take that over?
It was a little scary. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't love owning a business. So that was my biggest fear, really. But I had been there for so long, and I just love it so much, and I just love the members and the staff. And so it was either, someone buys it or we were going to close.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want that to happen. So that's why we took over.
Man. Okay. I'm going to hold off on into more of that, but let's rewind. Mm-hmm. What was growing up for you like? Because you're not from here.
No, I am not from here. I am born and raised in Germany. All my family's there. I'm not military. I'm just came here through ASU.
Okay.
In 2009. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I grew up a little differently than people maybe here in West Texas.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. So I grew up in the city is called Hanover. It's in northern Germany. And so I grew up in a little suburb of that.
Yeah.
And both of my parents were teachers. So I have a sister, an older sister. So we just grew up, just traveling through Europe and playing tennis. We both played tennis, volleyball. So
was the culture different than it is here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, definitely different. U.S. culture and German culture in general is different, but then, coming to West Texas is probably just even a little more different.
Yeah.
But I love it. I've like I said, we traveled a lot growing up, and I'd also spent a year in upstate New York when I was 16. So I just, I like to travel. I like to experience new things.
Yeah. Were you active? You said you did tennis. You were active growing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was active growing up. Not as active as I am now. I'm pretty sure my entire family is shocked that I am into fitness these days because I was not growing up. But yeah, I always, played tennis, played volleyball.
Yeah. Okay. I'm curious to know, was the eating culture different? Like, were you taught to eat differently than here?
Yes. So I actually just came back from Europe.
Yeah.
I went home and I went to Italy and I went home to Germany. And the biggest thing that stands out is just the food is just better.
Yeah.
It's less processed. It's fresher. Portion sizes are smaller, I think there's like a total of 40, 50 chemicals and ingredients that are allowed here that are like banned in the EU. So it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So every time I'm there, I feel great. And then when I come back, it is a big difference again. So I have to just kind of get used to the food here again.
So why do you stay here?
Well, I kind of got stuck back in the day because I was supposed to just come for a year, get my bachelor's, and go back to Germany, and I ended up staying, getting my master's as well in communication, out of all things. And then I stayed another year. You can get like a 1-year work visa, so I did that. And then I got married, and so that just kind of we were here, and then I got divorced, and that was when I was considering maybe leaving. But at that point, I had already been here for over 10 years, I think. And so it was just kind of, it's hard because my life was here.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily in Germany anymore. This is where I'd done stuff and established things and had my friends and my pets. And so, ended up staying here and kind of trying to figure some things out. And then I met my now husband. So now I'm again stuck here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you just got citizenship though, right? What was that like? Was that tricky?
So it actually wasn't. It wasn't very hard. It took me so long because Germany didn't allow dual citizenship, and I never wanted to give up my German citizenship.
Yeah.
And so now that they allowed it, I think it just passed last year, I was like, well, I might as well try. And so I applied, and they told me it was going to, take at least 7 months for them to go through my application and everything. 4 months later, it was all done, and I had it.
Yeah.
And so I did have to go to San Antonio and talk to the immigration officer, answer a couple questions from that test.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you do have that immigration test, so you have to study a little bit. So I did that, and then just like a week or two later, you get sworn in. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fast, and yeah,
and here you are.
And here I am. It's crazy.
Okay, so when did fitness start becoming a part of your life?
So fitness, as in lifting weights and doing all that stuff, probably came with my first marriage. We had a gym. We opened a gym together, and that's kind of how I got into lifting and competing for a little bit. I did a few competitions. Nothing ever very serious. Just did it, and so I would say since then.
Yeah. Okay. So what instilled in you with fitness? What was it that was like, oh, okay, I can't just let this go? Did you have a marker where it was like, okay?
I think once I decided to do my first competition, and then just seeing how far I can push my body, that was, kind of where I was hooked. because the first competition is probably always the worst. And then you're like, all right, well, let me see what I can do next time. And then next time, and you just, push to get better every time. So,
do you think there'd ever be a day where fitness isn't a part of your life?
I don't think so. Think so. At this point, I am at a good point in my life where I'm not super obsessed with it anymore, I will say, because competing will do that to you as well. But, when I just went to Europe, I didn't necessarily, we walked a bunch, but I wasn't dying to go to the gym and work out. But I think it will forever be part of my life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so are most of your workouts Orangetheory?
No. So I do a lot of Orangetheory. I love it, obviously, especially the cardio portion of it. It's just something that speaking for myself, don't do by myself. And then I typically either just do Orangetheory or do Orangetheory and go lift as well. Mm-hmm.
Where do you lift at right now?
Currently still at the Fitness Zone, but they're about to close.
They're closing. I know. Yeah.
I know.
Well, lots of other places will gladly take you.
Yes, I know. There's many options here.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk Orangetheory a little bit. Mm-hmm. You had mentioned earlier that it was either the gym closed or you bought. So what was the buying process of this like?
Well, it's a franchise.
Yeah.
So the buying process wasn't super easy. You have to go through corporate and they have to approve you. And it took probably a good 3 months for everything to go through. So, that was, it was already established, so that helped. We didn't have to, build it out or do anything like that. So that helped. But I think it was easier for us just because we were buying an existing Orangetheory. Mm-hmm. So it was more paperwork and, numbers and stuff. So
was it tricky to juggle life after purchasing?
It was just a little bit hectic, because for a while there, I was doing everything. I was studio manager and I'm still head coach and I'm still doing some personal training on the side as well. So, but it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't because, again, it was established already and I had been there for so long already that I already knew everybody. I wasn't coming in as a brand new person like, hey, what's up? Let's change everything. We just kind of kept going rocking and rolling.
Did you learn anything about yourself from purchasing Orangetheory?
Not things that I didn't already know because I'm just very OCD when it comes to things. I like things a certain way. It has to always be clean. I have an obsession with clean glass and clean mirrors. So I hate handprints. It's just like small stuff like that. And the coaches and the sales associate always make fun of me. And that's fine because they know I'm just a little crazy. So I'm just but I knew this. I guess I'm a little bit of a control freak and not in a micromanaging type of way. I just like things to get done in a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's good because now I can teach that way.
And your people eventually learn that you like it that way too.
They know. Yeah. But I also do it myself, so I was monkey see, monkey do. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what does a day-to-day look like for you? What time do you wake up and then what happens until you go to bed?
So I try to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. That sleep schedule, right? And then I like to work out early. So I like to just get it out of the way. Even anything past 10 is typically kind of late for me. So it's hard for me to motivate myself. And then I either go coach if I'm scheduled to coach, or if I have clients at the other gym, I'll go train. In between, I walk my 3 dogs and take care of my 2 cats. I have a lot of animals. And do, just stuff at the house. My husband has his own business, so he just works 10 hours a day. So do stuff around the house, and I go up to the gym, and I take care of whatever needs to be taken care of there. But I do have a great studio manager, so she kind of takes care of that. But I'm just a person, if I sit at home, I feel like I'm not doing enough. So then I go up there and I just hang out and, don't do much because nothing needs to be done. because it's all done. But yeah, I don't like to just be at home thinking that I should be doing more. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah. And then I get everything ready at the house, and then I usually make meal prep on Sundays, so we eat the same thing every day, which is great. And walk my dogs again at night, and maybe watch a show at night, one episode, go to bed at 8:30.
I love to hear that 8:30 bedtime.
Yeah.
I tell people that. I'm like, they're like, what time do you go to bed? Amazing. And I'm like, I am in bed by 8:30 most nights, and I love it.
Yeah. Or read a little bit and, go to bed.
Yeah. Do you track your macros and all that now?
I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've done it for a long time. Yeah.
Is it just like routine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
When you say a long time, how long do you think you've been tracking?
Really ever since my first competition, which was 2015 or so. Yeah. So probably for a good 10 years now. I would say, maybe here and there took a little time off, but it's been pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what does that look like for you? What does your body need to like refill?
Well, I have a coach myself. I'm still with my prep coach from way back then.
Yeah.
So he kind of does my macros for me. And, at this point, he knows my body and how I respond to things. And he holds me accountable, because every coach needs a coach. I just strongly believe in that. So he'll kind of adjust as needed. We typically kind of cycle. So over the winter, intake will be a little bit higher. And then over the summer, we pull back a little bit. We had to do a little bit of work to get my metabolism going again because it was kind of shot from just competing and being on such low calories for just forever, But once we did that, it's really nice now because, I can eat a lot and not like to eat.
Yeah.
So, I also eat the same things every day. Like that.
Do you, so I imagine you keep it for the week. Do you change it up like weekly, what you're eating, or is it pretty much the same throughout the whole month?
It's pretty much the same. It's been the same for years now. I change up the protein every once in a while, go from chicken to turkey maybe, or maybe some lean beef, but overall it's been the same. Yeah. But I also know what my body can handle, how I react to certain things. And so it just makes it easier for me. Besides Saturday, that's when I don't track because I need that break. Mental break.
Hey, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. How much protein do you eat in a day?
Currently I'm at 150 grams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Is that close to about how much you weigh? Or is that a goal?
It's a little more.
Okay.
But it's about there.
Do you have a goal? Like, are you working towards a fitness goal?
No, no. I always tell everybody, I'm like, I just want to maintain at this point, and I do not want to compete again ever. Yeah. It just messes me up. You know? Other people may not be like that, but it messed me up. And I'm not really looking to put on more muscle or anything like that. I'm just going to pass that. Mainly because I'm tired and I don't want to anymore. So I really just am looking to feel good and be healthy.
Yeah. Are you working out, obviously multiple days a week, but are you working out more than 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably say I work out 6 times a week.
Okay.
Which is also something I need to, like go into myself and be like, it's okay if you don't work out, but that's still just such a mindset, that you feel like you have to work out every single day. And if you don't, then you gain 10 pounds immediately. And we all know that's not true. So I'm still working on that. But
aren't we all?
Yeah.
Okay. So does the gym play a factor in like the mental game for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Has your mindset and mental grown and improved like over the course of the time that you've started from the beginning till now?
I think so. I can't even remember what it was like. It's hard because in grad school I was probably maybe the least active maybe let's just say college.
Yeah.
Let's just say college. And I guess mentally I've always been, I think, somewhat strong, mentally a strong person. But if you don't feel good physically, that will obviously affect your mental health, your mental state. So I do know now that if I go without working out for, a couple days, it does affect me. I get grumpy, I get tired. I have more energy when I work out, which is, what they say happens. Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely rely on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be happy.
All the endorphins. They're lovely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question not gym related. Do you know how, I'm hoping you say yes to this. Do you know how to speak German?
Yes.
Oh. Can you say something in German?
Yes. What do you want me to say?
Give us a motivation. Do you have a motivation?
Oh my goodness. That's hard. That's hard. Let's start with something easier.
Okay, something easier. What would be easier?
Well, I can just kind of say my name and where I'm from.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Ich heiße Nora und ich komme aus Deutschland. Und ich bin 38 Jahre alt.
Okay, and then what was that?
My name's Nora. I'm from Germany. I'm 38 years old.
Wow. Sounded completely different.
It's always awkward. I've been speaking English for so long now.
Yeah.
How long? 16 years now, and of course I go back and I speak it and I listen to German audiobooks and everything. But you do kind of lose it a little bit, Of course I'm still fluent, but every time I go back to Germany, it takes me a couple of days and I don't remember words and my sentence structure is a little bit off sometimes.
That's crazy. Interesting. Was it tricky learning English?
Not for me necessarily, but I also learned it very young. So we've always traveled a lot. Like I said, my mom's an English teacher as well, she's retired now. But when I was 5, we spent a year in Utah. So we did like a teacher exchange. My mom kind of moved us there, and then a different family moved into our house.
Wow.
Yeah, so she taught at that teacher school, and then the teacher that moved into our house in Germany taught at my mom's school. And so that's how I learned English, because I was 5 years old. So it's always easier when you're younger. So
absolutely, man, that's cool. Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I just started volleyball again.
Oh,
because it's funny. I was telling my husband the other day. I'm like, I don't have any hobbies, and I'm not interested in anything. That's what I told him, and he just laughed. And I'm like, fitness, of course, and traveling, and of course my friends. But I'm like, I don't really have something. People, they love history, and so that's just what they're into, and that's what they do. And I'm like, I don't have that.
Yeah,
I have animals. I'm into animals, but that's not a hobby. So that's why I started volleyball again.
Yeah.
So.
Are you doing like co-ed or?
Yeah, it's with the YMCA. It's a little mixed team there. It's fun.
That sounds fun. Have you won a game yet?
No. They have. I wasn't part of every game. So the games that I haven't been part of, they actually won. I don't know, it's me. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
It's me. Hi.
Exactly. I'm the problem.
Giving a special shout out to our sponsor, Maximus Nutrition. If you are looking to boost your workout, whether that be, toning up or adding in that bulk, they can help you out with all the shakes, all the creatine, and all the protein, and so much more. You can find them over on Sunset Drive and Knickerbocker. Be sure to hit them up. And we are back. We would like to give a shout out to our deck of card sponsors, Training from the Ground Up and Crusaders Forge. All right, deck of cards. You get to draw a blue card first.
Ooh. Do I read it? I read it?
You read it, yes.
What is your greatest fear in this current time?
Oh. You can answer or I can answer, either way.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. My greatest fear at the moment would be losing everything that I've worked on for up until like this point right now. Like, we're doing fairly well with the podcast right now, and I'm like, oh, we got to hold on. And so I don't foresee anything coming towards it right now, but again, life throws things at you. And so I would say like my biggest fear is probably just losing even like my fitness. Like, something could happen in a blink of an eye, and broken leg, broken hip, and then like it changes your whole trajectory fitness wise. Or like my little family, like those top three. Yeah. Losing the podcast, losing fitness, losing family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just hop right on that.
All
Probably
right.
very similar to that. So my biggest fear right now in this current time is a recession, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Because with that comes, first thing people do is get rid of the gym membership, and then with that, there goes the gym. So, there goes that fitness part that are like my job.
Yeah.
There goes my job. And then of course I don't have children, but my animals are my children. So that's always a fear. I just lost one of my cats, and it was traumatic.
Yeah.
Because it was unexpected, and so it's just hit me much harder than I probably should have.
You get attached to them, though.
Oh, so very attached. So that would be my biggest fear right now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be scary to lose all that.
No.
Don't take it, please. All right. What is your current split? So workout split.
It's I typically do 2 upper body, 2 lower body days. So lower body I do 1 quad dominant and then hamstring glute dominant, and then upper body I just kind of, depending on how I feel, sometimes if I feel a little bit more motivated, I do more, but I typically do like back and arms, and then chest and shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't take very long. I'm not my legs I still work on more than, let's say, my upper body.
Yeah.
It's like a 30-minute thing, and I'm good.
Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes you can get in and get it done.
That's right.
Yeah. My current split, I am training for High Rocks in November. And so while coaching at Peak, I'm also doing the workouts that I coach. And so currently my split is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, High Rocks type workouts. And then I have 1 lower body day and 1 upper body day, trying to like still build some of that muscle in there. But they swap depending on how sore I am from like High Rocks. But yeah.
Is it in Dallas?
Yes, it'll be Dallas.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do one of those.
Oh, it's so fun. My first one was, I had no expectations. So it was great.
I bet it is. It looks fun.
Yeah.
It looks
You'd probably excel. Somebody asked me the other day what it would be like for somebody that goes to Orangetheory to go do a High Rocks, because Orangetheory is endurance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'd probably do well.
Yeah. We'd still have to train for it. You can't just go in there. And
You could. There's people that do it, but I don't suggest it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Reality check right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do one. Just gotta commit to it.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah.
Green card.
Okay. What is an adventure you would like to have before you die?
I would like to go on a hot air balloon.
Really?
Yes. They have the ones that like go up here every now and then, and sometimes I'm like, hey, who knows these people? Like, just take me up one day, please.
You should go to that festival. Where is it? In New Mexico?
Yeah, there's one in New Mexico, and I think they now do one somewhere here in Texas, in like Waco area.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You should go.
Yes, I would love to.
That terrifies me. I don't know what it is about it, but an adventure I would like to go on. I would like to move away from, like, out of San Angelo.
Yeah.
I would love to move back home. I would love to move back to Europe, but I don't think that's really an option right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that will happen at some point, just moving maybe more towards like Colorado area. You know, I like 4 seasons. I like to ski. You know, I don't love the heat at all times. So yeah, and like we talked about, culturally, you know, it's just a little...
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's not bad, it's just different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would like to do that.
I hope you get to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What is your current state of mind?
It's good.
That's good.
I think I'm in a good place in my life. Every time my parents or my friends in Germany ask me if, you know, what's new and, you know, what's going on, I'm always like, nothing. You know, it's the same and it's boring and it's good. I like it that way, you know.
Simplicity.
Yeah, no drama, no, you know, I'm happy in my marriage and I'm happy in my business, and it's just nice, you know, just to be at peace.
Yeah. I would go off of good too. Like, there's lots of good things going in my direction and in my path right now. And I would, I can't complain about it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's important.
Oh, absolutely.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about cardio?
I'm in a weird spot with cardio right now because I'm slightly injured. I've been injured since I raced, and I don't know exactly what's wrong. I need to go and like get it actually scanned. But I have an area in my calf, and so I love the push of the cardio and high rocks when we raced, and all I've wanted to do is go run, and I can't. And so the assault bike, it has been my like go-to, and it kicks my butt every time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want the drive for cardio. It just looks different right now.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I love cardio. I love it. I've always loved it. Not just because of Orangetheory, but that plays a huge part because you just feel good after, you know? And I've done a couple half marathons over the years, you know. I don't love the training for it, but running them is fun, you know.
Yeah.
But I do think, you know, going back to like mental health, like cardio helps me more than lifting. So when I like sweat and I feel like I did something, you know, not that I don't when I lift, but it's just a different feeling. So I just love it.
Do you ever just like go run?
I used to. I have a treadmill in my garage, so sometimes I do that. Right, I haven't run outside in a little bit. Yeah. You do kind of burn out from that when you do half marathons. Not that I do them all the time, but I did 2. Was it last year? Yeah, last year, and what? I don't even remember. Anyway, I did kind of 2 back to back, and I enjoyed myself too. Mm-hmm. And after that, I was like, all right, let's just
pull back.
Yeah, pull back. Yeah. Cool off on this.
Yeah, that's okay too. Oh, we just did this one. I'm going to tuck it in. It asked if you spoke another language.
Yeah,
you do.
I do.
All right. Freeze, rock, paper, scissors times 3. So we're going to play rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Ready?
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you got me. Yes. Winner.
Finally, I did that twice yesterday at volleyball. I was the captain, and I lost twice. So it's just unfortunate.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah, that's right.
Blue card.
Okay. What version of you would you like to see in 10 years?
Well, I would hope that this podcast is still going and making some positive waves out there in the world. I would like to be in still physical good condition, whether that be, I don't know if it would be peak, but I would hope it would be something that's either where I am or around where I am right now. And then I would just like to be a good mom, a good wife, and
Yeah. Still here in San
still
Angelo?
here. We'll probably be here till my daughter graduates at least, and she's first grade. So
well, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. In 10 years, probably not the same. Hopefully still able to do all the things I do now. You know, you never know. You always feel so young, and then like we already talked about. With every year, it's like, oh man, it hurts. Still be able to work out. Hopefully, still have Orangetheory open, open and running, and just be content.
Yeah. Do you think you can be happy and content in the same form?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I hope so. All right, let's go pink. Do you take pre-workout?
I do not.
No. Have you ever taken pre-workout?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I've tried it. I don't like it. I don't like the way the non-stimulant ones I can take, but they don't really do anything for me. But I don't like the way they make me feel. You know, I don't like the jitters. But even then, like I personally don't think it does a whole lot for me.
Yeah.
So I just don't.
Yeah. I take pre-workout occasionally, usually on like high rocks type workouts if it's going to be intense. Sometimes they are.
Yeah.
So green card.
A genie grants you 3 wishes. What do you wish for?
I want a personal chef. Please come cook all my meals for me. It would be nice to have a rotating closet as well. So gym clothes galore, all the right outfits. There's never a bad one. And then my third one. I usually have 3 for this, and I am having a hard time picking a third one. Let's go with having the means to travel just whenever.
Yeah.
I want to go here. Okay, you can go tomorrow. Yeah.
That probably would have been my number one. Just, go travel. Just see the world. Just whatever. Pick up and leave. Honestly, a personal chef would probably be nice because I can't cook. It's not good. Like I do it, but it's not good.
Yeah.
And then let's see. It's hard.
It is a hard one.
Third one. Oh, maybe I have my own animal rescue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you rescue all animals?
All animals.
Yeah.
The ones that I can hit. Mainly probably dogs and cats because I love all animals, but I'm not familiar with, how to take care of horses and stuff.
Say, I'll bring you a monkey.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love monkeys, but I would love to have my own rescue or enough space to just adopt all the
have like animals. A free range animal.
Yeah.
Are you looking to get stronger, faster, and feel unstoppable? Orangetheory Fitness is science-backed and coach-inspired, ready to get you fit. And guess what? Your first class is free. So hop on over to Orangetheory Fitness. They are located over by Nukes and Chick-fil-A. All right. Let's see. Okay, blue card. What is something that you have experienced that has changed your life?
Probably just moving to a different country by myself.
Yeah. Did you not know anybody when you moved over here?
No, I came in 2009, and then when I moved to Texas, I didn't know anybody. So that was a little scary, but I had done it before when I was in upstate New York. So it's you just learn a lot of things, having to take care of your own stuff all the time.
What was it about Angelo State that brought, why here?
Well, it wasn't really a choice. So Angelo State used to have a ton of international programs. So a ton of partnerships with international schools, and my school in Hanover was one of them. Yeah. So that's how that happened.
Okay. So I'd say that's look at the map and
random.
say here.
Yeah, I'm right here. This is where I want to go.
Yeah. Let's go an experience that has changed my life. I've said a few of these. I'm going to go with having a child. It changes drastically. You don't know exactly like what you're getting into, and then you have this thing, and then it constantly changes your life.
Yeah.
I feel like I finally figure out like what we're doing, and then she grows mentally, physically, and then it's like, oh, I have no idea anymore.
Just kidding.
Yeah, life change.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
It's a big step.
Yes. All right. Pink card.
Pink. Okay. Do you actively work out your core?
Absolutely. I am doing core with almost every single workout. I love it. Give me the strong core.
Yeah. Same. I will say that I don't really ever do just like a core circuit. I don't just go to the gym or, as a finisher, I don't just do like crunches and toe touches or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't do that. But like you said, like with everything I do, I work my core. So whether it's, planking or just doing exercise in different positions that challenges your core in different ways, Yeah. And then Orangetheory, we do a lot of core. I actually do my main core probably at Orangetheory.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What is the silliest face you can make?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know. Probably that. That reaction to that question.
Would you like me to pull a different one?
Maybe.
Maybe. I absolutely will.
Because you have to make it too.
I do.
I don't know. I'm not, okay. I don't know. When's the last time I made a face? I don't even know. Like a silly face. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Did you say do one?
Yeah. Do
anyone. All right. What time do you wake up?
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Monday through Friday.
I'm a 4:30 kind of person. But I feel like if I sleep like later than 6, I don't know, it starts my day off funky. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe you train your body to be okay with, whatever sleep schedule you have for your body. So that's why I try to get up at 5 every morning, just be consistent with however many hours you need to feel good, hours of sleep. So
I thought about that this morning. My husband got up at 3:30 and I laid there forever and couldn't go back to sleep. And I was like, do I just start getting up now? And your body eventually gets used to it.
Yeah.
But it's still not in the cards for me yet.
3:30 is early.
It's early.
I always think everything before 5 is kind of rough.
Yeah. I started at 5 and then I was like, I'm going to push it back just a little more. Yeah. Anything before 4:30 is early. Yeah. Okay. You should have pulled this card.
That's okay.
If you could give your younger self advice, what would you say?
I would say stress less. Stress less. So that's what I actually say to a lot of the younger, maybe staff that we have, that I have at Orangetheory. It's just, there's only so much time, and don't worry, don't stress the small things. Just everything will work out, and everything happens for a reason. And that's what I should have done back in the day too. But
it's easy to say, harder to live by when you're in the moment.
100%. 100%. I mean, over the years, I am a completely different person than I was just, early 20s. So you just kind of, experience things and grow up a little bit. And at some point, I feel like if you're where you're at, it depends on where you're at or you're at in life, and how happy you are with where you're at in life. If you're content and happy, it's easier to not stress about the small things. So
absolutely. I'm going to piggyback off of that. I would tell my younger self, it is going to be okay. And it turns out far greater than like what you actually visualize. Even like the next 20 years, like we visualize just like what we know. We don't visualize like what we're actually going to learn and do and be able to accomplish. And so, yeah, not stressing so much about like the ahead and not stressing so much about like the before, and just you can only handle like what's right in front of you.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%. Especially that's a good point. Like you can't change what's happened, you know?
Yeah.
You can't take it back, or so no need to stress over it.
Yeah.
I know it's again easier said than done, but
so much.
yeah.
All right. Pink card.
Pink card. Favorite athletic wear and why?
I am a weird one with this, but I do most of my athletic wear shopping from Goodwill.
Oh, nice.
I have been that way for a while. There are times that I go in there and there will be like Gymshark or some like the other bigger brands. And I'm like, oh, I could try this one for $3. That's awesome. So I have a wide range in my dresser.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. I would probably say I have a lot of Lululemon. And that is mainly because I get a discount on it.
Yeah.
And I used to get that discount used to always also apply to their like sales section. And then at that point, you know, if it's already on sale and you apply a discount, it's more affordable.
Yeah.
But I do think that I do like working out, and especially their leggings. I like them a lot. So.
Are they like I've never worn Lulu. Are they like a softer texture?
They have both. They have soft, and then they have more like the spandex-y kind of, depending on what you're looking for. So but yeah, they hold it all in.
Yeah,
nice.
That's what you want.
It's what we need.
All right, let's go. Last card. Do you have a song that reminds you of a memory?
Oh. Do I have a song that reminds me of a memory? I probably do.
Yeah.
I would have to like look, hear the song right now and be like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs probably back from when I grew up in Germany that when I hear them now, I'm like, oh yeah, we used to do, this is when I graduated. We, played this song.
Yeah.
When I graduated from high school or whatever, but of course I can't really think of anything right now.
Yeah.
I will forever, when I listened to, it was Supertramp, I think. Supertramp, a little bit. Just give me a little bit. That's my wedding song. So my first dance song. So every time I hear that, like, I'll think of that for sure.
I graduated nursing school in 2015, and I remember not liking nursing school. I didn't really want to be a nurse after I graduated, but they did like a slideshow at the end, and that song, I can't remember who sings it, but the whole "This Is My Fight" song, "Take Back My Life," that song will always remind me of like graduating nursing school.
Yeah, because that's tough.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Hard.
Yeah.
I will never go back.
Do you work as a nurse now?
I don't. I worked in a nursing home for a little while. That was hard. And then I went pediatric home health. And so I took care of a boy with a ventilator and a trach, and very much lots of wires and stuff like that. And then I went from that to elderly home health. And so I did like wound care and like insulin injections and blood pressure checks. And then I got pregnant and I was like, get me out of here.
That's it.
Like I said, I knew at the end of nursing school, I didn't want to really do it. And so I dabbled in it for 2 years, and I have let my license expire. I've always told people that if I was to ever go back, I'd go back to like bougie nursing and do like drip bar or something.
Nice.
I don't want patient care anymore.
Hey, you have lots of options these days. So,
They weren't there 10 years ago.
That's right.
All right, you guys. That concludes Deck of Cards. I'm going to ask you 4 questions that I ask every single guest. And my first one is, what is your current biggest struggle?
Biggest struggle would probably be just to be chill. You know, I'm having a hard time being chill. Kind of already talked about this a little bit, but just knowing that I don't always have to be everywhere and do everything myself. That, you know, there's people in place and they're doing a great job. And, you know, just take a step back and it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to work out every single day. Like, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, really just chill. Let's just be chill.
Don't stress as much.
Don't stress as much, exactly.
Yeah. All right. My next question is, what is something you have done that you are proud of?
Well, probably just coming here to this country, you know, by myself, I guess. And then building something here for myself. I never really think about it like that, but I guess that's a big step.
Yeah.
Maybe something you can be proud of. And then just taking over Orangetheory, I think, and just we're in a good spot, you know, where like I think everybody's happy and content, whether it's staff or members, and that's something I'm proud of because that's not always the case. And when you have, a business or you have to manage people, making them happy, and I hope that I'm doing a decent job there. So
yeah. It's not easy.
It's not. Yeah, it's not, but it's fun.
Okay, if you could give anybody honorable mention, who would it be and why?
Probably just my parents back in Germany. Just because I think they did a good job raising me and my sister. And, you know, they gave us everything we needed and they showed us the world and they always encouraged us to leave, you know. I mean, they didn't, you know, when we were done with high school, they're like, all right, bye, you know, go to college, get out of here, like do something, see something, you know, just raise us to be very independent. So looking back, I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thank you. Hated y'all back then, but here we are.
Isn't that usually how it goes? Okay, my last question for you is, if you could give advice to anybody listening, what is the best advice you have?
Best advice would be, again, stress less, but also don't ever settle for less than what you think you deserve. You know, like if you're unhappy in a situation, whether it's with your body or your friends or it's whatever relationship, husband, whatever, there's a reason for that. And you always deserve more than that. You know, don't stay in situations just because you're scared. Like, get out and live your best life. Yeah,
that is great advice. It sounds like an adventure.
Yep,
you're going.
You only have one life. You know.
Yeah,
don't waste it being not happy where you're at.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Do you have anything else you would like to add into your episode?
Come work out. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
First class is free. No, I don't think so. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Where can people find Orangetheory?
It is by the new HEB in the same shopping center as Nukes. And what else is there? Cricket.
Yeah.
And across the street from Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Everybody knows Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Can't tell me you don't. So.
Go get your workout in and then go get Chick-fil-A.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, you guys. This concludes this episode. Now, like always, I have homework for you. If you stayed to the end of this episode, please drop a comment in the comment section so we can boost that algorithm. Make sure you download, like, and subscribe. And a special shout out to our sponsors, Crusaders Forge, Training from the Ground Up, and Maximus Nutrition. Have a beautiful day, friends. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, you guys, we wanted to give one last shout out to Maximus Nutrition for helping make this podcast possible. Go hit them up for one of their delicious shakes. My favorite is coconut cream pie. They can hook you up with all of your protein needs too. You can find them on Sunset Drive and Knickerbocker. Go crush the day, you guys.